Hey fellow mobile gaming fanatics, MyTyme here, back with another episode of WWE Supercard, and today we're going to go over a couple of things. But first of all, let's have a look at this King of the Ring, which I do have up and running. I'm through to game 1 quarterfinals. I lost 5-0 in the first game. I wasn't energised. I think I'm going to struggle anyway. You can see here he had the better of me in terms of energy. If I can get through and get to semi-finals, it'll be awesome. Unfortunately, I finished in the wrong side of the contenders bracket, so I've ended up coming 5th, and this Abbas has just got the kind of team that I'm surprised he's not even in SummerSlam tier. So he's only not in SummerSlam tier because he's dumbed down his deck. So I've got no chance of getting through to the final. Just to get to the semis though and try and get a WrestleMania Pro before the next Road to Glory would be awesome. But we'll see how that goes. We'll know in the next couple of hours. But before that, for some strange reason, I decided that I was actually going to do one more episode of pack openings. At the end of this video, I will do a pack opening, SummerSlam again, and go 3 more chances to try and get a few more cards. Down here, the event is completed. It is finished. You will see from the ticks that I did get all 3 cards in the end, just about being in SummerSlam tier. I did even get a 9-0 in one of the games. I thought it was going to be the first ring domination that I don't get a 9-0 whitewash. I did manage to get one. Now, it wasn't too difficult, to be fair. I have noticed a little bit of, should we say, some repetition in the computer's AIs about where they place cards. So sometimes when I didn't have such strong teams, I was able to position my cards. As long as I won one key battle, I could put them somewhere, and the computer always kind of seemed to go in the same places. So I could like maneuver my way around without actually having to fight cards and still come out winning 5-4. So I've done the event pretty easily in the end, and I'm really glad to get that SummerSlam card. So I'm just going to go to my cards quickly. These are the 3 SummerSlam cards I've got now. Obviously got Cesaro from the pack, Becky Lynch is my freebie. We've now got the Thing card as the event card we just got, and Rusev as the undercard. Now, I haven't obviously used any of these cards at the moment, and I do have to train up these 2 cards. But what I'm going to do before I get to the pack open is I'm going to give some of you guys who have maybe just kind of come into Supercard or haven't been playing it for too long a few tips on training. And by training, what I mean is how you can accelerate your progression through the game. Now, this is the team that I was using when I was in SummerSlam tier. This is kind of my best team, and by best team I mean I've got compatible tags everywhere with the strongest cards in those positions. Although Luke Harper isn't my strongest cards, it is for in terms of a tag compatibility. So this would be the team that I would be running technically if I was picking my best team as it currently stands. However, we're going to come back and I'm going to show you something in my exhibition deck. So I have 17,500 wins and nearly 3,500 losses. Okay, so from the 20,000 games you could work out a win, or 21,000 games, a win-loss ratio. You can work out all this kind of stuff, but it's not important. Okay, getting victories in King of the Ring, getting victories playing ring domination, all the other events, when they do People's Champion, when they do Road to Glory, winning those matches is important. They give you more picks, they get you through the event quicker, etc, etc. Winning then is important. Exhibition, winning is not important. That's the first and biggest tip that I can give any of you, is to ignore your win to loss ratio. It has absolutely no effect on the game as it currently stands. Maybe this will change in Season 3. There is talk of them having a ranking system in there as well. So you'll play like an exhibition and also a ranking one. So your exhibition matches will be separate to the ranking and that kind of element to it. But at the moment, it has absolutely no impact on your gameplay whatsoever. The only difference is the number of cards you'll potentially get. Obviously, if you lose a game, you're only going to get 1 board pick. If you win a game, you get 2. If you win it 3-0, you get 3 board picks. But apart from board picks, it has no impact. Okay, your rating, your wins, your loss, your ratio is irrelevant. Now, with that said, when you come into an exhibition deck, typically you're going to play in the highest tier you can because you want to try and get as many cards as you can and many board resets as you can to try and get the top tier cards. So if you can play in SummerSlam tier, you're not going to want to put out a load of cards that are in Survivor tier and get Survivor board picks, because that's going to reset and it's going to they're going to be cards that you don't really want in the long run. You're going to want to play in your top tier. So my case would be SummerSlam. In your case, it could be Survivor or Legendary, to play through games and try and get those board resets to get some better cards so you can make pros and move up into the next tier and the next tier. However, Exhibition, as I said, doesn't do anything to your deck. It's just your way to try and accumulate cards and train cards. So, training cards. What you should do if you want to accelerate your progression is do this. You will come and you would pick the cards that you want to level up. Okay? And we'll swap out Yu Nakamura for one of my John Cena's that I'm currently doing. So this, for simplicity, would be kind of what you would do. Okay? Now, every single one of the cards that I am going to be putting in here are cards that I'm going to say need work on them, okay? So, I've now dropped out from SummerSlam tier down to WrestleMania tier. So that's the first point to note. I can no longer pull SummerSlam cards. So you'd want to do this when you think you're not close to a board pull. So if you've played, say, 1,000 games and you still haven't had your top tier pull. So if you were in, say, Legendary tier, you played 1,000 games and you haven't got your top tier pull for a while, so you haven't pulled a Legendary card from just an exhibition match or from an event, then I would recommend postponing this until you've done so. So maybe what you do is you keep, say, all your best cards bar one and train one card at a time. If you're new into a tier, or you've just got a top board set or reset, or you're not too bothered about your board cards, you just want to get your cards in your deck as strong as possible, this is what you do, okay? You run out a team with 6 cards that you want to improve, okay? 6 cards that you want to train. You can do it with 4 cards, you do it with 3 cards. It depends. It depends if you want to keep. If I wanted to keep myself in SummerSlam tier, if I could, then I would maybe leave 1 really strong card in or 2 really strong cards in to keep me in WrestleMania tier. But as long as I'm still in WrestleMania tier, that's all that matters. I leave myself in the bottom tier of WrestleMania tier, so it decreases the likelihood of me getting that board reset, because I don't want to pull a WrestleMania card here because I'm training cards. I want to wait until I'm in SummerSlam tier to get my pull. So when I come and play this, all I'm doing is I'm picking 1 card that I want to focus on every time. So in this example, we're going to use my Finn card, okay? So the Finn card I want to focus on. So what I do otherwise is I get 2 cards and I put them both in. And this is going to train charisma on both cards. So every match I play is going to have a purpose, okay? Every single matchup that comes out here serves a purpose. I am training a card every single time because all these cards need stats, and when I get a double stat match, I'm using the 1 card that I want to train the most first of all. So I expect to lose. I don't care about losing. I'm happy to lose because I only want the 1 board pick, because the idea is to not reset the board. I do not want to pull a WrestleMania card doing this. So by only having 1 pick and not 2 or 3, it's going to decrease the likelihood of me picking a card and getting a board reset. I come and play someone else again. Okay, this is all you do, guys. You literally just do this. You come through, you pick a person. It doesn't matter the result. You can use the stats if you want to or not. Use a double match with my divas. I'm doing both my divas are getting trained up here. Come on. So basically, doing this method, you're never wasting the game, okay? Every single matchup that comes up here, something is being trained. So once again, I want to make sure that I can try and keep a double stat match for the Finn card, because that's the one I want to get fully leveled up first. So if a double matchup come up first, I'd stick Finn in straight away. If it doesn't, then I try and keep him towards the end and try and get him leveled up the quickest. That's the game done. So I've now played 2 matches. I've had, I've used, what have I used? They were both 5 cards in both of them, wasn't it? Yes, I've technically used 10 cards in the 2 matches. This will be 12 cards so far. And I'm leveling up these cards each and every time. Obviously, I'm losing, okay? So I'm losing, but I want to lose. That's what you guys have to remember. I want to lose these matches because I do not want to get extra board picks. It's why I'm not watching the adverts. Last match here, see, I will use Finn this time. Unfortunately, it wasn't a double stat match, no problems. I still need speed on him, so we put him in. And you just do this. You go and do this for kind of 40, 50 matches, and then you start to have a look at how your cards are progressing. So in this case, I'd come to here and I go, okay, Cesaro, you've got plenty to do, so no problems. I go Finn, which we know you've got plenty to do, so I can keep putting you in any matches. Rusev, okay, plenty to do, I've just put you in. Cena, still got plenty to do. And oops, let's just pick a different one. Let's just pick, I think Trisha's got quite a lot still, yep. And so Becky, they should also have quite a lot to do. But I'll use just Becky as an example. Now, Becky's close. So when a Diva match is now called, I come and I look, right, Becky is full in speed. So any Diva match which calls Charisma, I put Becky in. Charisma or toughness for the moment, I put Becky in because she needs more stats for toughness and charisma than she does for power. It's only one game, and speed she's completed. If it's a power or a speed or a double stat Diva that's needed, unless it's a tag, I put in Trish Stratus because she still needs stats everywhere. Once I've then completed Becky fully, she comes out, another card goes into train. Now, typically, I'd only do this for the whole time while I was training up the main card. Or like, say if I wanted to get Becky and Finn done here, I'd keep other cards, sub cards that I'm training in with me until these two cards are maxed. Then I'd put back in my full deck and I'd play as normal, level these cards up, pro them, and then the next time I was doing it, I'd finish off the other cards in between. But this is a very, 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 very good tip for those of you who are just starting and you've got all these cards, so many cards, you need to train them all, and you're just putting one in your deck at a time and trying to train one card and playing other exhibition games around it. It's so time consuming. Do not worry about your win to loss ratio. Put all those cards in there that you want to train, get them trained up as quickly as possible. Don't waste a single match. Don't waste a single round in a match. Make sure that every stat that's being used, whether it says charisma, speed, whatever, make sure it improves a card that you want to use or you're going to use in the future. And by doing that, in the long run, you will slow down the time it takes you to progress and to power up your cards, pro your cards up. Therefore, you'll move through the ranks a lot quicker. And believe me, it's a fact, okay? I'm not telling you something to just get you guys to play a load of games that you're going to keep losing all the time. Yes, it's nice to win the exhibition games, and you can then put in your best decks afterwards. But if you want to progress quicker through these tiers in the last couple of months of the game to get those cards, those images that you can then transfer into Season 3, etc., best tip I can give you. And with that said, I'm going to end that training tip here, and I'm going to go straight in, and hopefully, if the Supercard gods will allow it, get myself another SummerSlam card. Now, I know that there was a 10% off on the SummerSlam packs recently. I'm not going to do one of these packs because I don't need any of those cards. I'm not going to do a Survivor pack because I don't really want WrestleMania cards as my top priority. Obviously, I want to get SummerSlam cards. So the 10% off would be nice, but it's not as good as those packs. The only other time I'm going to probably do packs now after these three are going to be if they do a 50% off, and if I feel that I've had a good week at work or something, maybe I'll treat myself and then try and share it with you guys for some more packs. But otherwise, this is going to be the end of it, okay? These three packs will be the last three. Once again, I will take any SummerSlam card at this time. Ideally, if I was so lucky enough to get a pro, that would be amazing. I mean, we know we're not going to get a Rusev for a while, and we know we're not Becky Lynch, Rusev. They're not going to be two rewards that you're going to get anytime soon. You've just had Rusev, obviously, and Becky is a diva or a woman. Sorry, whichever way you want to refer to it now. That might be politically incorrect calling her a diva. Yes, Becky is one of the women superstars in wrestling, so that you're not going to get another one of those as a reward for a while. My only chance would be Cesaro being an undercard. So if I get another male SummerSlam card, I'll be happy. Especially if it's middle tier, like low middle tier, I'm not too worried because you have that slight chance of getting the pro as well in the next event. So any SummerSlam card, I'll be happy, okay? I will be happy. So let's click. Let's hope that the Supercard gods are going to grace me this time with a SummerSlam card. And yes, Apollo Crews, I will not complain. It's a left arrow. It is one of the weaker cards in the tier. looking at his stats. In fact, we'll go over some of the stats maybe in a moment for those SummerSlam cards, but I'm not going to lie. This card is the kind of perfect card I was talking about getting. Apollo Crews has a realistic chance of being an undercard in the forthcoming events, whether it's the next Road to Glory or a future Ring Dom or something. He has a chance, and I say a chance because he's getting pushed at the moment. And although he lost his match at SummerSlam against Miz for the Intercontinental Championship, he's still one of those cards which is new face, new card in the game. They will probably try to push those kind of people through the company as well. And he's got a. This could be the next undercard. So really happy about that. I should stop here. This is what I should say, guys. I'm done. It's giving me a SummerSlam card. I can only get upset now. I can only get disappointed. I can only get Luke Harper and I don't know, Titus O'Neil from now on. But I'm gonna have faith. Supercard gods, please. Apollo Crews, Cesaro, any SummerSlam card. Two in a row. You can do it. Oh, the big here we go. I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. Oh, it's a crap card. Ugh. It's not even a pro. At least if it had been a pro. I knew I should have stopped after that Apollo Crews. It was always going to be downhill, weren't it? Oh, such an anticlimax. Come on. Please. If you give me a WrestleMania card, give me a pro. I'll even take another Big Show now. Please. Just WrestleMania card, pro. If it's a WrestleMania card, please make it a pro. I don't even know what to say to that. That is just completely tilting, isn't it? What the hell? Okay, right, for the sake of it, just to open up enough cards to be able to go away to do this. Oh, Big Show. Great. Awesome. Wonderful. Okay. Power of positivity. Pop. Ready? Let's get that pop. Here we go. SummerSlam. Pow. Fuck. Sorry. Oh my gosh, the first time I think I've actually sworn in my videos. What the hell? Why do I say this stuff? Why didn't I say I'm going to get Apollo Crews and then I'm going to get something like, I'm going to get like a Charlotte and then maybe even a John Cena in SummerSlam too? That'd be amazing. Why when I say stupid stuff like, oh, I'm going to get Luke Harper and I'll probably get stuff like Titus O'Neil. So then go give me Big Show and Eric Rowan. I mean, really? And they're not... Alright, well, I'm a bit upset at the moment, so I'm going to leave this video here. Sorry I couldn't bring you some better, exciting cards. I kind of have to end things here before I start swearing some more, so I'm going to turn the camera off and swear at my computer screen. So thank you for watching, people. Speak to you soon.